Hey y'all, it's Monday, April 30th. I'm your girl, Shawnee C, and you are watching Shawnee C TV, baby. I'm sorry, my allergies got my eye all the way messed up. But anyway, over the weekend, I went to go see Infinity War. Yes, that movie was so fucking lit. Like, that movie really had me on the edge of my seat the entire time, from beginning to very end. I'm gonna come back with a review about it either later on tonight or tomorrow because I'm about to go see it again. So your girl gonna give y'all all the details. But I want to come to y'all and give y'all a little bit of background on all the Infinity Stones and like the whole gist of what the Infinity Stones actually are, because they've talked about it like in like almost every Marvel movie about the Infinity Stones, whether you noticed it or they just bring it up a little bit. But yeah, so first I'm gonna tell y'all the list of the names of the actual Infinity Stones. So you have the Space Stone, the Power Stone, the Mind Stone, the Reality Stone, the Soul Stone, and the Time Stone. So those are the six Infinity Stones. Infinity Stones are, if you remember in Guardians of the Galaxy, the Collector actually explains what the Infinity Stones are. So the Infinity Stones, they are like, they were before the creation of the universe, basically. They were six signatories, like things, and they created before the universe. And then when the Big Bang Theory happened, they transformed everything into six separate Infinity Stones. What the hell? Infinity Stones. So that's what the Infinity Stones are. The Space Stone it actually appeared in, first it was in Captain America the Avengers. If you remember, Red Skull, I don't remember what his name was, like when he was the guy and like leading the Nazis and whatever, but I do remember him as Red Skull. He had a little red face and everything under his fake skin. So Red Skull, if y'all remember, he actually had the Space Stone. At first, it was, back then they called it the Tesseract. He had the Space Stone with the Tesseract, and he was using it to create weapons to like just kill hella people and shit. So at the end of Captain America: The First Avengers, if you remember, when Captain America crashed the plane and the Tesseract got lost into the bottom of the ocean. But then S.H.I.E.L.D. found the Tesseract, and then that's when in the Avengers, they were experimenting on it in the beginning, and then Loki showed up to get the Tesseract from S.H.I.E.L.D. So if you remember, in the Avengers, the first one, Loki was actually being sent to get the Tesseract from Thanos, if y'all remember. So Thanos gave Loki the Mind Stone, and he put the Mind Stone into his scepter, and that's when he came to Earth to get the Tesseract from S.H.I.E.L.D. So Thanos, that's like really the first appearance that I can remember of Thanos, is when he appeared in the Avengers, when he sent Loki to come get the Tesseract. So Loki failed at getting the Tesseract, and he ended up, when he got sent back to Asgard to go to prison, when Thor took him back, they left Loki's scepter here on Earth, and S.H.I.E.L.D. Put Loki's scepter in with the rest of their stuff like that, with all their evidence and everything. So that is, I just told y'all where the Mind Stone came from, and then where the Tesseract, which is the Space Stone, came from. So the Mind Stone actually reappears again in Avengers Age of Ultron. So in the beginning, Bruce Banner and Tony Stark, they used the Mind Stone to create Ultron, and then when they tried to defeat Ultron, that's when they tried to use it to create Vision. Well, they do use it to create Vision because Tony Stark found out that Ultron tried to kill Jarvis because it was scared of Jarvis. So they were all arguing back and forth about it, and then that's when Thor showed up, and Thor brought the Mind Stone and he put it in Vision, which created Vision. So now the Mind Stone is in Vision's head. So, like I said, that's the Space Stone, the Mind Stone. The Power Stone, which is the purple one, the Power Stone actually appeared in the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord, you know, he started off just like stealing stuff and then selling it and getting money and blah, blah. So Star-Lord actually comes upon the Power Stone, and he's just trying to sell it. He's just trying to get some money. He doesn't even know exactly what the hell it is. So that's when the Collector, later on in the movie, when he meets the Collector, who lives on Nowhere, the Collector explains to the Guardians of the Galaxy what the actual Power Stone is, and that it holds this incredible power of energy, gives you enough energy to destroy planets, universes, races, everything. So Ronan the Destroyer, he's actually after the Guardians to get the Power Stone. He is sent by Thanos as well. So if you're really paying attention, you know that Thanos has been after these stones for a minute now. So he sends Ronan, and when Ronan realizes how strong he is, Ronan, he puts it into his little hammer or whatever it is, and he tries to keep the power himself. But at the end, Star-Lord, he ends up holding the Power Stone. Now, for the average person, like people in general, if you hold, whether you're from another planet or anything, if you hold the Power Stone for a certain period of time, for like period, you most likely will die. But for some reason, Star-Lord didn't. Come to find out, it's because he's like half god or whatever. So now I done told y'all where the Mind Stone, the Power Stone, and the Space Stone, which the Tesseract came from. So in Thor: The Dark World, we see the Reality Stone when I don't remember what her name is. Oh, Jane. That's her name. Jane, right? Thor's girlfriend. So, yeah. So, when Jane and her assistant, when they go to the little warehouse, the abandoned warehouse where the kids are, and they be, like, dropping shit, and then disappears and then falls back down. So, Jane wanders off somewhere, and then she ends up being injected, well, being taken upon by all of this red stuff. So in Thor: Dark World, they called it ether because what is his name? The elf guy. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the elf guy. I'm gonna call him the elf guy until his name comes to my head. So he was actually destroyed by Thor's grandfather a couple, 100 years ago, whatever, because he was trying to use ether to bring dark energy and basically turn everything into dark matter and just create evil. That's his name. His name is Malekith. His little ugly fucking elf looking ass. So Malekith, he actually goes after Jane in that movie, and if her name's not Jane, forgive me, I really don't fucking remember, but he goes after her to try to get the ether, and at the end, Thor basically puts an end to that, and I think the Asgards have a hold of the Reality Stone now. So how many stones was that? That was the Space Stone, the Mind Stone, the Power Stone, the Reality Stone. Okay, so the Time Stone, stone number 5. The Time Stone actually appeared in Doctor Strange. So in Doctor Strange, when he's learning his whole strange hand movement, yellow, orange shit. So in that, he ends up becoming the keeper of the Time Stone. At the end, if you guys remember, he ended up using the Time Stone to trap the evil. I don't remember these bad guys' names. Like, okay, hold on. I have it right here. What is his name? Dormammu. Whatever. They be having some stupid ass names. I love Marvel, but the bad guys be having some stupid ass names. But so Doctor Strange uses the Time Stone to trap Dormammu in into basically a time loop so that he can't destroy the Earth, because that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to destroy the Earth in Doctor Strange. So Doctor Strange traps him in that. The Time Stone can control time. So like you can go forward in time and see a whole bunch of different ways that things can go. You can go back in time and redo it. If you remember in Doctor Strange, when he was trying to defeat Dormammu, he kept rewinding it because he kept losing. So he kept taking time back and doing it over and over and over again until he finally figured out a way to defeat him. So that's how the time stone works. The soul stone, we haven't seen the we haven't seen the soul stone in anything yet. A lot of people think that the soul stone could have been on Wakanda. I know where the soul stone is because I've seen Infinity War already, but I ain't gonna tell y'all. But so those are all the 6 stones, where they at, and basically what they do. So Thanos, he's basically trying to get a hold of each one of these stones. He has this gauntlet glove thing, and he can put all the 6 stones on the glove. And if he gets all of the stones, he can basically deliberate like entire universes in just the snap of his finger. Like, that's how powerful he would be. Nobody would be able to defeat him. So that's why the Avengers are all getting together with the Guardians of the Galaxy and with Doctor Strange and with Black Panther, with everybody to try to defeat Thanos. Now, I will let you guys know, because you don't really need to know this. I mean, it's just what you should know already. When you watch the movie starts off from basically the end of Civil War, where everybody who was on Captain America's team is still a fugitive. And Captain America, he had dropped his shield at the end of Civil War, so he hasn't really been fighting or anything since then, since he is still a fugitive. So that was like 2 years ago now. It also comes from the end of Black Panther, where T'Challa, he has decided to open up Wakanda to the whole world and share vibranium with people. So you'll see where that's going so far in the movie. And then also, it comes back from Thor Ragnarok. Now, in Thor Ragnarok, if y'all remember, Thor went to another planet, and then that's when he found out the Hulk was there. Now, the Hulk, he doesn't know anything about Civil War or none of that, because remember, he wasn't there at the end of Age of Ultron when he was on the shield jet, and it was in stealth mode. He never came back, and nobody knew where he was or heard anything from him. So in Thor Ragnarok, when Thor runs into the Hulk, that is the first time you see Thor since Age of Ultron. And now in this movie, this is the first time everybody else would see Thor, the Hulk. So it's going in order. It comes right behind all those other movies, and you'll see that play into the movie. I'm gonna come back with y'all. I'm gonna come back to y'all with a review and all my juicy details about it, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Have a good day, y'all.